Et bonjour à toutes et à tous, on se retrouve aujourd'hui sur NBA19 pour la suite de notre carrière avec notre Ailier Fort, J.L.A. Et comme vous pouvez le voir, j'ai changé de tenue depuis la dernière fois et j'arbore une tenue blanche avec la veste de champion que nous avons gagnée. Alors, au niveau de mon personnage, on était au niveau 90, on a plus de 45 000 d'ici à dépenser. Sauf que pour le moment, eh ben, on a le joueur qui est au maximum, donc on peut pas les dépenser d'ici. Faut qu'on gagne encore des points pour aller vers le palier suivant afin de pouvoir débloquer des points de stats. Et donc du coup on va commencer cette deuxième saison. On a un premier match contre les Phoenix. Ensuite on aura un match contre les Warriors, les Lakers, et ainsi de suite. Par contre, il y a du nouveau, c'est que dans notre équipe, alors que on voit jamais mon pseudo, je sais pas pourquoi, le pseudo a bugué depuis un moment déjà et il ne s'est plus remis. Et je disais oui, il y a du nouveau dans notre équipe, c'est qu'on a Demarcus Cousins, qu'on a réussi à faire venir. Donc ouais, on a Demarcus Cousins et j'essaye aussi, j'ai demandé au président, en fait, à ceux qui gèrent l'équipe, là, l'entraîneur et tout ça, j'ai demandé qu'ils essayent de faire venir James Harden. Voilà. Je me rappelle plus qui c'était. Donc en arrière, James Harden, qu'ils essayent de faire venir. Voilà. Pour compléter notre équipe, comme ça elle sera nettement plus forte. Parce que au niveau des arrières, dans notre équipe, c'est pas ça. Si on regarde bien, au niveau de l'arrière, ce serait Luau Cabarro qui serait titulaire dans le 5 apparemment, puisqu'il a 72, le général. On a Westbrook à 94, Paul George à 90, nous-mêmes qui sommes à 90, et on a deux cousines qui est à 91, parce qu'avant on avait Adams à 85. Et si on regarde dans les arrières, il y a Moore qui eux ils avaient fait venir, qui a 75. Il y a J.L.A qui est à 72, Bird qui est à 72, Cooper qui est à 68. Donc au niveau de l'arrière, on manque cruellement de qualité. Donc c'est pour ça que j'ai demandé à ce qu'ils essayent de faire venir James Harden. Quitte à avoir un arrière, autant avoir le meilleur du jeu. Du coup on va commencer cette seconde saison avec ce premier match contre les Phoenix. Donc je vous dis à tout de suite pour le coup d'envoi contre les Suns.
Here in Phoenix, the crowd is going crazy. We'll see the defending world champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul George...
Well, you love that versatility, D.A. Thank you. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
One of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how
divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Hakeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now.
Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past.
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out.
That just happened.
Bien joué,
Paul
Paul.
George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Alors, il est extrêmement grand, celui-là, faut le
He's
regarder.
covered by Westbrook. To the middle, here's Warren, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. You know, T.J. Warren is a great scorer. However, many of those buckets he puts in do not include, Brent, the three ball.
No, he plays in the mid-range game. Once he gets to certain spots in the mid-range and gets his feet set, he's going to end up scoring 2 points. So off-balance runners, he gets fouled. Just really has a nose for scoring the ball.
Booker looking around. Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by
C'est bon, c'est
Oklahoma City.
raté. Pour l'instant, ça ne score pas beaucoup dans ce match.
He's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Fires the three. The
C'est
shot
trop long.
comes out, so Phoenix will take it the other way. They're getting their first look at the Thunder. Their first game of the NBA's regular season.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round one.
J'ai pas réussi à le
I don't know if
contrer,
I'm
mais
going
j'ai
to
le
call
rebond.
these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Here's AI.
Allez, peut-être
The
un premier
shot is
panier.
good
Oui,
off
voilà.
the backboard. AI's got his first bucket in this one. And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a three-point game. Pass to Warren. Suns moving the ball around. Ayton, the pass to Warren. 5 on the clock. And here's Booker from the arc. Trains it from beyond the
il a
arc.
mis.
Booker's got his first 3
Ouais,
points
c'est
of the game.
Booker. On va.
And maybe a
Booker,
deep
s'il est
breath
bon.
moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Beyond the arc. And
Allez, hop, la
AI gets
réponse.
it to go on the assist by Westbrook.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Okobo, and he drops in the
Ah,
layup off
bien
the
joué.
glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice
Il a bien
subtle
résisté.
adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his
Cuisine, t'as 3
body
points.
to keep the
C'est
shot
raté,
from
j'ai
being
le rebond.
blocked. Excellent work there.
A nice shot by AI.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second
dommage.
chance opportunity. Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession. And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just one trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the
Interception.
Chicago Bulls.
Kicks it to Cousins. Over Ayton.
Ah,
No
Cousins,
good
qui rate.
from Cousins.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Booker left side. From about 19 feet.
La
An
bagarre
offensive
au rebond.
rebound.
Et c'est qu'il la
Ender with
récupère.
a
Ah,
wide
il
open
sait.
look. A miss
bon, il
that
a raté.
time would have put him up.
Cousins, c'est le bon rebond.
And so
La passe.
Cousins will bring it up for Oklahoma City.
faute,
And foul on the
pas de
shot,
N1.
so he'll get a chance at the line. And you think about the Suns team with Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge. Brent, they had a chance.
Well, a guy named Michael Jordan ruined a lot of the title chances for a lot of teams. The Suns were one of them. They
C'est
came
bon, j'ai
close,
réussi à mettre les deux.
but eventually MJ's Bulls a little bit too tough for that Phoenix Suns team.
Pour l'instant,
And
c'est
the
un match
Thunder making a
très
change here.
serré dans ce
Steven
premier
Adams,
carton.
he's
Juste
checked
3
in
points
for
d'avance
Cousins. Grant comes in for
pour
George.
notre équipe.
Morris checked in for Luwawu.
Oh oui, joli.
And
Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. To the inside.
Ah
Zeller
non, je l'ai
grabs the
raté.
board.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Jackson misses.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
AI kicks to Moore. Lets it go from deep.
Ah, dommage.
It's hauled in by the Suns.
Il avait un bon shoot ouvert.
Jackson looking around. Passes to Monroe. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Here's Booker. And he banks in the layup. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Booker effective that time. Close to the basket, taking his time to cash in.
This one for 3.
Ah non,
We'll
c'est raté,
return
dommage.
shortly.
Fin du premier carton, 11-10. Match très très serré pour le moment. Alors que je me réveille un peu quand même, parce que pour l'instant c'est pas un grand match.
It's a big honor to have won the MVP.
Alors on commence déjà sur le banc. Alors on rentre 2-27 de la fin du deuxième carton. Toujours un point d'avance pour notre équipe.
That's tipped. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Allez, je fais une faute.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI.
J'avais 3 appuis sur le bouton
That's
pour
his
essayer de
first
reprendre la
foul.
balle.
Oklahoma City on D. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI.
Ah, une deuxième faute,
That'll be
cherche les
his second foul
interceptions.
of the game.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Warren against George. Clock at 6. And the shot by Warren, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Bender and Ayton are the big men. And it's DJ Warren. And it's Bridges who's out there for Phoenix. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. And stolen by AI. There's 1:40 left in the first half. In the corner, George with it. Back to AI. And stolen by Ayton. Bridges with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Ayton with it. Cousins is there.
Le contre. Ah, dommage, il le récupère.
And Ayton throws it down.
Dommage, je l'avais contré.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 12 points for AI.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
When you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time. Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
AI outside. A three-pointer off the mark. The Suns shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Bridges. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Shoots from the elbow. 5 to shoot. Down low. The Suns need to get a shot off. And here's Warren for 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's George for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. Booker outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder lead by 3.
Faut vraiment s'applique plus. C'est vrai que je suis largement en dessous de ce que je faisais en première saison.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from AI.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Russell Westbrook out there with Luwawu. Then it's AI, and it's George in at the 3.
You know, every night that I get a chance to be called to do a broadcast and sit here courtside, I appreciate it so much to be able to watch Russell Westbrook this close. The combination of his motor and incredible talent, it's an all-time sort of run he's on, and great to watch it.
Brett, we've heard people say that Russell Westbrook is not a superstar. What are your thoughts on that?
How old are these people you're talking to, Kevin? And really, how much basketball have they watched? Russell Westbrook is the elite of the elite. And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
AI, no good. The Suns trailing. And there's the pass to Bender. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, the lofty expectations for Bender coming into the league. Even a lot of talk of Dirk Nowitzki, but still got a long way to go with this young prospect.
Got a piece of it. Left side, Westbrook. AI kicks to Westbrook. Hits it from three-point range.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Pass to Bender. Now, here's Warren. He's guarded by AI. Pass to Bender. A three ball. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. AI's got his 4th rebound in this one. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. There's the triple. He can't get that one to fall.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
Both teams will make substitutions. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played, and they pick up 2. AI's got 14 points for the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Over to the wing. Pass to Jackson. Monroe right side. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Grant gets a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. Bridges passes to Zeller. Here's Booker. And the layup's good off the glass. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Booker kicks to AI. 1:24 left to play in the third. Kick out to Moore. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Clock at 6. Here's AI. Drills it from outside. 17 points in the game.
Yeah, this is a tough one. The D is giving up way too many open looks, guys, and they're paying for it.
The pass to Zeller. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bridges from the arc. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got 5 rebounds tonight. Schroeder, right side. Here's AI. That's good.
Bon.
It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Bridges passes to Booker. Poked away.
Bien
Stolen
joué,
by
les
Grant.
gars. Belle interception.
And
Allez,
Grant with
Grant.
the clear path to the
Yes.
hoop. And the dunk by Grant.
Grant's
Voilà,
playing
on
with
est en
a
train de
great
faire le
edge
trou.
on the defensive end. Looks to poke that one away. Comes up with a steal.
And Adams
Oh,
sends it back.
il était mort.
Out to the right wing. Nobody
La confusion
near
derrière.
Schroeder.
Non.
And it comes
Ah,
off the
dommage.
front of the rim.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Oh, il le
So
met
it's
sur le buzz.
Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And don't go away. We'll be right
Oh, il
back.
était beau le contrat de Steven Adams. Schroeder aussi, magnifique le contre par derrière. Du coup, je crois qu'on mène 43-37 à la fin du 3e quart-temps.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship
La passe
right
du
here?
match.
I mean, showing us why they're
Allez, pour
always
qui?
in good hands when
Allez,
he's
pour
the man in
Schroeder.
charge.
Great
Ouais,
hands,
j'aime
great
quand même.
vision. That makes great things
Voilà,
happen
super
for your
version.
offense.
C'était suite à l'interception qu'ils ont réalisée à deux.
Well,
Ah,
this has been a
43-37
great
à la
contest
fin
so
du
far, and I
troisième quart-temps,
imagine the
donc,
fourth
du
quarter could have
quatrième
even more.
Nous, on est sur le banc.
He's checked in for the
43-37 de la
Suns.
fin.
And then for
Et ils sont
Oklahoma
revenus à un
City,
point. Ils sont en train de
DeMarcus
lutter sur le
Cousins,
banc.
he's checked in for Steven Adams. AI comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Luwawu subbed in for Diallo. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Bender and Ayton are the big men. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Westbrook, and oh boy, a lot of
il a trop
contact
tardé,
there, but
le
he gets
gros.
the call and will shoot 2.
2 fois, il
That
aurait
one
pu faire
on
une
8.
passe.
And
Heureusement qu'il
Russell
récolte
Westbrook, he
souvent.
is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as
En même temps, il a
competitive as
marqué
Michael
que 6
Jordan,
points,
but
donc
you
c'est
think
clair qu'il doit
Westbrook
marquer des
may be
points.
in that conversation.
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Warren.
You don't want to give TJ Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
Here's AI. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Cousins, no good.
That's the kind of D
C'est bien joué de
you
la part
need
de
when he's got
Cousins.
the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Warren to take the lead, and the layup is good. Warren's got the lead up to 1 now for the Suns.
TJ Warren wants to score and loves the big moment.
In the corner, it's AI.
Ah,
And
il pas
again,
beaucoup
Oklahoma City, no good. Suns have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. George against Warren. Exit to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Here's Warren. The Thunder
Ouais,
pull
j'ai
it
bien
in.
défendu sans faire faute.
Cousins has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to AI. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. AI's got 10 points here in the second half. Game winding down, and they just keep
J'ai take over,
changing
on va la
lead.
couper un peu.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Booker left side. Okobo. He's guarded by AI.
Ah, dommage.
It's good.
And how about the move he made come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. The score knotted at 53. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
Il reste 1 minute 12 dans ce match,
Now a
53
chance to check
partout.
out some of the tremendous play tonight from our
Le joueur
Jordan
du
player
match
of the
et
game.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's
That's enough.
done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great
Non, j'ai pas
drive
fait
and
grand-chose,
also
hein, pour être
great
joueur du match.
focus offensively.
1:11 left in the fourth. And he converts the layup. AI's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Allez,
And
1
that
minute
tells the
6,
tale
on a
here
2
today,
points
guys.
d'avance.
Throughout this game, they've been able to get
Premier
the
match de la
ball
deuxième
in
saison
tight
qui est
and
très serré, pas beaucoup serré.
Now here's Booker. Defense right on him. Out left to the wing. Okobo. He's covered by Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Passes to Ayton.
Oh oui, couche du contre
Violation.
pour la fin des 24 secondes. Bien
Not
joué
sure, maybe
Daniel.
the pressure of the
Marcus.
moment got to him
Pas
there. A
Daniel.
really careless
De Marcus
error
Cousins.
that might ultimately
Bien
cost the team.
joué.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Non, c'est pas ce que je voulais faire. Ah, bah là, tant mieux.
He's just going to continue to keep
Je voulais
firing from
pas
this.
du tout shooter.
Yeah,
Je
we
voulais
got to be a
dribbler.
DEFCON
J'ai
1
appuyé
here
trop
because
longtemps
at this
sur la
point he
gâchette.
is so dialed in. You got to get him
Et
off his
bah,
spots.
j'ai eu de la shot puisque le ballon est
They're
rentré.
behind by 5.
Tant mieux.
35
5 points
seconds left
d'avance.
to play here in the
35
fourth.
secondes de jeu.
Guys, what's your take?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits
Et c'est
24
bon, ils vont
seconds, they
rater.
can try
Ils
for
vont
a
sûrement faire
stop
faute.
on the next
Ouais, c'est sûr.
possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll
Faute de
have to
Okobo.
foul.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoskov address the team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game,
il l'a mis, c'est
we
bon.
have to take
6
control.
points d'avance.
This is the
2 grosses
time.
possessions.
Kevin.
Okay, David, much
Allez, pour un
appreciated.
6e point d'avance.
Westbrook just
peut-être.
plays with an incredible
Allez, Russell, tu
competitive
vas pas nous décevoir.
fire, and that energy right now, he's
Bien
not
joué.
taking any possessions off. And those attempts right now at
Ouais,
the
il reste
charity
29
stripe
secondes
are
encore.
helping them pull away.
And the Suns call time. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Five seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bender, and the Suns
Ouais,
miss
c'est bon,
again.
il l'a raté.
Here's Oklahoma City now. Big stretch here going 10-2. AI outside.
Ah, ils font plus faute et qu'ils ont lâché la partie.
Here's the pass to Luau. Here's AI. Missed.
Ah, je l'ai raté.
Good
Dommage.
positional defense. Bender active down there.
Bah, premier match de la
That helps out for the
saison,
defensive
victoire
possession.
rétriquée,
So it's Oklahoma
60-53
City
sur le
picking up
terrain
the
des
win.
Suns de
They
Phoenix.
seem to relish their role as the bad
Ça
guy
fait
here tonight.
plaisir.
You know,
On
Kevin,
n'a
I
pas fait
sense
un
that
grand
as
match,
well. I
mais
mean,
bon.
they really did feed off all of that negative
L'essentiel,
energy
hein, c'est qu'on
this
commence
crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it
cette deuxième
around and
saison
used
par une
it as
victoire.
motivation to close out a significant win.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying
Voilà,
thanks for watching.
j'espère que ce match vous aura plu. Même si c'était pas terrible. De toute façon, on va en faire un deuxième, hein, on va faire un deuxième match là, directement. Juste voir qui sont, enfin les prochains adversaires. On sait que c'est Warriors. Mais je vais pas faire tout de suite le match contre les Warriors.
Need you for an interview real
Oh
quick.
yeah? Okay. All right, guys.
You know the drill.
Let's do it.
Ouais. On a une interview qu'on s'en fout complètement.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson.
Hey, this is Shaq. You guys pulled out a nice win. Congratulations. What were you focusing on late in the game to protect that lead?
Well, Shaq.
And that's it for tonight.
C'est à peu près toujours la même chose, hein, donc on s'en fout.
There you go.
Ouais, donc je vais quand même prendre le rythme de la première saison, hein. Je vais pas faire un match après l'autre. Donc, étant donné qu'on joue plusieurs fois contre les mêmes équipes de toute façon au cours de la saison, moi je vais faire des matchs de mon côté, je vais avancer et donc on se retrouvera pour le match contre les Warriors, mais contre celui du 5 novembre, pas celui qu'il y a là le 25 octobre. Donc je vous dis à tout de suite pour le match contre les Warriors, celui-ci, le 5 novembre. À tout de suite. Et donc je suis de retour. Alors, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé contre? Alors, vous avez vu le match il y a un instant contre les seuls techniques qu'on a gagné très peu. Ensuite, on a joué contre les Warriors, on a gagné 58-45. Il n'y avait pas de Stephen Curry parce que Stephen Curry est blessé. Donc dans ce match, j'ai marqué 40 points, fait 5 rebonds, une passe, 4 interceptions, 3 comptes. Et j'ai perdu 2 ballons. C'est un match aussi serré. Ensuite, on a joué contre les Lakers, on a gagné 74-40. J'ai marqué 35 points, pris 3 rebonds, fait 4 passes, une interception, 3 comptes. Ensuite, contre les Knicks, on a gagné 117-102. J'ai pas joué parce que j'avais avancé un cran de trop, du coup ça l'a simulé. Et dans la simulation, mon personnage a marqué 44 points, fait 15 rebonds, fait 6 passes, 2 interceptions, 50, perdu un ballon. Un gros match, hein. Et ensuite, j'ai joué contre les Kings de Sacramento. On a gagné 79-46. J'ai marqué 42 points, pris 7 rebonds, fait 4 passes, 3 interceptions, 2 contre et perdu un ballon. Et donc du coup maintenant on va jouer à nouveau contre les Warriors. Ouais, contre les Warriors. Je peux toujours pas augmenter mes stats parce que tout simplement pour arriver au palier suivant il me manque encore plus de 55%. Donc j'ai encore le temps. Donc voilà, donc du coup c'est parti, on va jouer contre les Warriors.
We're coming at you from the peak, Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan on the sidelines, and with pre-game routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off.
Well, Kevin,
a two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Durant fill out the perimeter. Jones is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Curry in at the point.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
To the right side. And a wide open look for Ailier. And 3 off the mark. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. From deep. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Durant. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I tell you, Westbrook always looking to pull up if the defense backs off.
Thompson outside. Here's Durant. That shot missing. Excellent D there from George. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Curry and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Westbrook's got his second basket. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Westbrook against Curry. The dish to Durant. This one for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State. And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Here's AI. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thompson outside. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cousins. Grant comes in for George. Antoine Moore, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabu. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Moore. It's deflected, but he gets it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Some changes for Golden State. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Durant. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Curry. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Schroeder, and the Thunder another 3.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
I'll tell you, he did a nice job feeling the defense out, rising up with ease from the perimeter.
Here's Cook. Green breaking loose, and it's Cook missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Schroeder outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater. And the pass to Cook. And they get it. Good as the jump shot falls. Cook's got his first 2 points of the night. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in Oakland. I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Here is Cook. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Kicks to Iguodala. Now here's Livingston. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Cook with it. Shoots over Schroeder from 16 feet away. He cans it. Cook's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the defense not closing out in time. He's too quick and too good to miss many of those.
Here's AI, and that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 3. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Un match plutôt correct pour le moment, hein, même si niveau offensif.
The arrival certainly of Kevin Durant fortified an already great Warriors team. Teammate Steph Curry spoke about what KD brings to the table.
He has a different dynamic that we can count on.
You know, Greg, KD and Steph are a lethal combination for sure, nearly impossible to guard.
I mean, both.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Different look here for the Warriors. Damian Jones is checked in for Draymond Green. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Curry subbed in for Cook. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with AI. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Luwawu in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good for Curry.
How about Steph Curry, guys? You look at the superstar beginnings. Think about he was born in Akron, Ohio, the same city as, of course, the great LeBron James. In fact, born in the same hospital, just 39 months apart. Something in the water over there, guys.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Kings played superbly. He finished with 42 points and was on point from beyond the arc as well, making a lot of three-pointers. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
Curry with him. Westbrook picks him up. Will it go? Curry can't get it to go. Talking about Curry's start, his parents were tremendous athletes themselves.
That's exactly right. His father, Dell, played 16 seasons in the NBA. His mom was a standout volleyball player. His sister was too. Athleticism runs in the family. Those are some pretty good genes.
Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? A way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Moore's checked in.
Wow, the fire, the passion. Russell Westbrook plays the game with such unbridled intensity. The relish he takes in competition on a nightly basis is special.
Thompson passes to Bell. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Bell's got his second bucket tonight. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Westbrook kicks to Moore. On the wing, George. Cousins against Jones. George passes to AI. High arcing shot. The tray. And that one is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The Thunder have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. 1 second separate the shot clock in game. Drills the three-pointer.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Curry. 29 points for him last game against Washington. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
How impressive is the vertical of Jordan Bell? My goodness.
Got it off in time.
What a thrilling shot for one team. And I
c'est pour ça que c'est pas grave qu'on a pris 2
And so
points
it's
pour des
Oklahoma City holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now let's catch up with David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
39-31 à la mi-temps.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave there in that first half. The 3-ball just kept falling.
Hey, Greg, this guy phenomenal from distance, dropping in 3 after 3 after 3, and the defense has got to make an adjustment.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. The talented forward pair of Durant and Green at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jones in at the 5. Out of offenses, Doris, initiate that high pick-and-roll offense, which is so fun to watch. Which ball handlers do you want running that play for you if you were on the sideline?
Come on now, there are some master manipulators in the pick-and-roll. Let's begin with the great James Harden. We'll begin with his teammate Chris Paul. Steph Curry. You give Steph Curry options to read in a pick-and-roll, he's going to make the right choice. There are a lot of guys who can manipulate the defense at a pick-and-roll, but those 3 are at the top of my list.
Warriors trailed by 9. Durant with a wide open look. A 3-pointer, no good. George finds Cousins.
Oh, joli!
Cousins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Timeout called the Warriors.
I don't think any of us can forget that broken leg Paul George suffered playing for the United States national team in 2014. But what a joy, guys, to see him back and playing at an elite level.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Cousins. Grant comes in for George. J.L.A, he's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Golden State, Andre Iguodala is checked in for Durant. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Green kicks to Cook. Schroeder comes with the double team. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Here's Diallo. Here's AI. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. AI's got 5 points now this quarter. And Doris, you go back to the injury for Paul George. Some moments where you question whether he'd be the same player. Do you think, in your opinion, that factored into his decision to leave Indiana in search of a more competitive situation?
You know what, Kevin, I'm not sure if the injury played a part, but we know unequivocally because Paul George stated it. He wants his legacy to be about winning. And because those peak years for a star player can be fleeting, you have to appreciate the pursuit of just that.
And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. Here's Adams, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Here's Cook. And the Warriors miss again. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Yes, that goes in. And the Thunder lead by 17.
Well, this guy is a high percentage shooter from this particular area because he can elevate off the floor. It's nice and efficient.
Over to the wing. Jones dishes to Cook. Schroeder comes with the double team. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Livingston. Green. And Green is right there. Green's got his second bucket tonight.
You simply must check Draymond Green out because this guy is going to hustle for every rebound.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 4 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
Ejuan Moore's checked in for Diallo. Jordan Bell's checked in for Golden State. Stephen Curry comes in for Quinn Cook. Here's AI. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
Moore passes to Schroeder. AI outside. Grant outside. For 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Warriors trail by 15. Passes it to Green from 13, and it's in there. Livingston's got his first 2 points.
Boy, how crafty is Sean Livingston getting into space in the mid-range. This is his game right here.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Thunder with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Adams. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Golden State, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Golden State's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd, still 0 for 3. And Bell kicks to Curry. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Il va attendre les dernières secondes pour shooter.
Pass to Durant.
Même pas.
Shoots over Cousins. Bank shot, no good.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
On fait la muraille, hein.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Paul George is out there with AI. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Luau in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Durant. Un contre dans ta gueule.
And AI comes to help.
Hey, j'ai pas été une interception, quoi.
And here's Livingston. Clock at 4. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. AI kicks to Westbrook. The 3-pointer, no good. Curry, wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range. You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Warriors trail by 12. Livingston finds Durant. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Livingston with it. Here's the 3. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Thursday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Oklahoma City leading by 12. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. If you think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is, the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
Timeout called the Warriors. Paul George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter, and we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jones checked in for Bell, and it's Draymond Green in for Sean Livingston. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break, and he put the challenge in front of his players. He said, now's the time when we take control. This is our time, not theirs. Let's go out there and take it to them. We'll see if we got them going, guys.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook with the nice D there.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And AI.
Well, Russell Westbrook has excelled at being a facilitator. You love when he's focused on making his teammates better.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Curry. Looking to end the run. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from AI. Cousins kicks to AI.
Allez, on remet ça. Oui, il est loin non plus.
Point at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond
Ah ouais, Green, j'adore. Comme dans la réalité, tout le temps en train de râler. Je vais claquer ça sur la
Well,
France.
Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other
On
team.
n'est que le début de la saison, le
Adams,
public,
he's checked in
calmez-vous.
for DeMarcus Cousins.
Ils sont déjà en train de scander MVP.
Free throw good, AI. We know James
20
Harden
points
joined
d'avance.
Durant and Westbrook in
Ça
winning
devient
league
bon.
MVP honors, Doris. Had those three stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. Success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
Jones dishes to Durant. Back to Jones. From deep, Green. Westbrook pulls it in. Now the Thunder with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gallant win for Oklahoma City.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
It's stolen by Green. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the
Pas qu'il y
game.
a la contre-attaque.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City.
Ah bah voilà, le coach
Patterson,
me
he's
sort
checked in
sur
for
ma
AI.
première faute.
J.L.A comes in for Georgia.
Allez, fin du match.
So no problem for Oklahoma
On
City as
sort
they
de
get the
20
win.
points.
They won this game going away.
67-47.
They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Put your hands up. Ok, donc du coup je vais voir où j'en suis. Ça c'était le 6e match de la saison. Donc j'ai fait le premier et le 6e là. Je vais voir c'est quoi mon calendrier. Pour voir quels seront les prochains matchs que j'enregistrerai. Ok, alors les prochains matchs, on a Atlanta, on a les Wizards, les Grizzlies, les Pistons, les Rockets, les Mavs, les Kings, les Nets, les Kings à nouveau, les Lakers. Les Kings on les a déjà joués. Et là on les rejoue 2 fois. Donc il faudra que je fasse au moins un des 2 matchs là déjà avec eux. Les Warriors on les a joués 2 fois mais c'est bon. On vient de les voir. Tous les autres là on les a pas joués encore. Et ben on se retrouvera donc la prochaine fois pour allez, pour le match contre les Rockets, le match télévisé. On va juste voir d'après le classement déjà. Pour voir. Ah, les Jazz ils ont paumé. Contre les Rockets ils sont en 40e pour l'instant. Ah ouais. Bon, il sera peut-être remonté d'ici là. Donc on se reverra pour le match contre les Rockets. Ouais. Pour ce match contre les Rockets et ensuite pour un des 2 matchs des Kings. Ouais. Comme je les ai pas encore joué en vidéo et que j'en ai déjà fait un match contre eux, ça en fera déjà 3 sur les 4. Donc voilà, donc les prochains matchs seront contre les Rockets et les Kings. Moi je vais m'arrêter là pour cette vidéo et je vous dis donc à la prochaine. Sur ce, salut à tous.